Child, stay. Do not turn away again. In the next breaths, I will put one step in your hands, clear, doable tonight. If you leave now, you will miss what loosens the hinge you have been pushing for years. Stay with me. You are at a working door, not decorative, not for display. A door measured to your story. You have touched this handle in silence and walked past because noise called your name. You waited for a blazing sign to remove your doubt. I do not trade in spectacle. I trade in agreement. Give me your yes. I am not here to accuse you for pausing. You learned to pause because disappointment trained your body to brace. You learned to ask permission from people who never carried your promise. I'm here with a steady hand on your shoulder and a simple charge. Turn what you have only touched. If your heart says yes, say it softly now. I stay. Hear me. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. Delay was not punishment. Delay was preparation. It trimmed false urgency from your days. It taught you that this door opens inward, not outward, that pushing harder only strains the hinge, while honesty invites the handle into your palm. Stay with me. The next line matters. You want certainty. I give you footing. Certainty demands control of what cannot be controlled. Footing carries you across what cannot be predicted. I give footing through small obedience that fits your capacity and matches my timing. Take one faithful step and feel how the air changes. Voices kept you thin. You missed it. Another deserves it more. Your hands are empty. These are echoes from rooms you no longer live in. Read instead the voice that steadies without shouting. My voice, stay close. You will hear me more clearly than your fear. Open your hand. I place a key in it now. It looks small. It is agreement made tangible. Write one line that tells the truth you already know and commit to one action you will finish today. Fold the line. Keep it where your fingers can find it. Every time you touch it, your courage will remember its task. You asked me to open right doors and close wrong ones. I have. Some doors look generous but would have hollowed you out. I sealed them. You called it rejection. It was protection. Some paths looked plain but would have grown you strong. I kept them in sight. You called them too ordinary to be holy. They were mine. Watch how I teach you to recognize sacredness where others only see simplicity. Stay. The next step builds on this. On the other side of this door, your true voice stands ready. Not the voice that performs for approval, but the voice that says the right thing once and then lives it. On the other side, rest returns to its rightful place as oxygen, not as reward. On the other side, attention becomes a tool again, rather than a rope dragging you in 10 directions. I do not promise ease, I promise alignment. Alignment is enough to begin. If you are still with me, whisper, I am here. Before this day ends, do one thing that agrees with the life you know is yours. Tell one honest truth you have softened. Remove one object that keeps an old story alive. Start one task you can finish in one sitting. Choose one kindness that costs you little and changes the air for someone else. These are not gestures. These are keys and locks. Hear the click. That is the sound of alignment. You fear choosing without a map. Breathe. Put your hand over your heart. Feel the rhythm that I keep. Let that steadiness become your pace. Ask this question when you do not know what to do next. What is the next faithful thing? Do that, then ask again. This is not small. This is how great journeys are built without grand speeches. I know the ledger shame brings. It recites where you paused, where you spoke too fast, where you loved with your guard up. Bring the ledger here. I will not read it aloud. I will set it down and point to the handle. We are not revising your past. We are opening your future. Stay with me. You want a sign that you heard correctly. Listen to your body. When you choose the step I gave, your shoulders settle. Your breath lengthens. Your face unclenches. Anxiety loses its argument. These are confirmations built into your frame. Peace is not a mood. Peace is me present. Keep walking with me. There will be resistance. Accusation will rattle like keys that do not fit. Let it rattle. You do not need to raise your voice. Alignment is authority. Stand where you belong and turn what is yours to turn. I am here. I do not leave when the hallway gets noisy. You will hear invitations to return to the old script. Be polite. Do not rehearse the role. Place your hand on the handle of what I prepared. Remember its meaning. It is not merely metal. It is the shared authority of a child in a father's house. You can close what I did not ask you to enter. You can open what I set before you. If you agree, say, I open, I do not erase your personality when I lead you. I refine it. Your spark becomes warmth, not wildfire. Your tenderness gains discernment, not exhaustion. Your mind becomes clear rather than scattered. This is what love does as an architect. It rebuilds without wasting the material of who you are. Fear will test you with familiar lines. You will be alone. You will fail publicly. You are late. You will miss your chance. Answer simply, I'm accompanied. I'm learning openly. I'm standing in the time prepared for me. There is no chance to manufacture. There is a path to walk. Do not debate lies. They do not bargain in good faith. Keep moving. You ask how to know my voice in the noise. My voice invites. It does not bully. My voice tells truth with kindness. It does not flatter. My voice is urgent at times, but never frantic. When you still yourself for 3 breaths and say, here I am, you will recognize me as the clarity that remains when panic falls quiet. Train your attention. Attention is a door in the mind. Open it to me and the hallway loses volume. You are not exhausted only because you do too much. You are exhausted because you perform certainty you do not feel. Lay down the trial where you defend yourself against every imagined jury. I have already dismissed the case. Walk out free and do it quietly. Quiet freedom spreads. Desire will wake again. Do not fear it. Desire is not your enemy. It was misdirected. It learned to chase what glittered and ignore what glowed. I'm retraining it to notice what lasts. You will want to learn what once bored you. You will want to forgive where you planned to store a grudge. You are not losing edge. You are losing rust. I lead through resistance without always removing it. I show you the door in the wall. I shift your ear toward a truer word until criticism becomes background. I strengthen your legs rather than shorten the distance. That is why ordinary days feel holy now. This combination confuses the hallway and steadies you. Keep going. Practice a new courage, gentle steadfastness. Keep your promise when no one claps. Guard your morning quiet as though it were a meeting with the king, because it is. Ask for help before you collapse. Tell the truth kindly the first time, so resentment has nowhere to collect interest. This is how your life becomes heavy with good. Some you love will not walk through this door today. You are not their savior. You are their sign. Stand where I place you. Love without dramatics. Maintain peace, even when they carry hallway weather into your room. The warmth of your life will draw their hands toward the same handle when they are ready. Trust me with timing, counterfeit doors will flash. Big promises, vast crowds. Bright labels, little depth. Test them. Does this open you to love or to self-importance? Does it align with what I already whispered or demand you betray your peace? Do those who love you grow healthier as you walk through it or become props? My doors pass these tests. Counterfeits do not. If you choose obedience, you will lose a life you imagined and find the life you were made for. Imagination built alone could not account for how I multiply your story through others. You will not become less. You will become true. Stay, turn, step. I am here, steady as the frame. The door opens toward you. Walk in. When the next door appears, as it will, I will be here again, not asking for brilliance, only faithfulness. Keep walking. The way will meet your feet. Do not turn away again. Stay with me. If you leave now, you will miss what unlocks what you thought was gone. Hear this. What is yours has not expired. I kept it preserved until your hands could hold it without breaking and your heart could steward it without bending. Stay. Imagine a living vault. Not cold, alive. Inside are promises inscribed with your name, resources sized to your call, relationships aligned to your assignment, ideas with quiet power. Nothing in this vault rots. It waits for alignment. It waits for your yes to agree with my timing, and then it moves. If you want in, say, I agree. Delay taught your palms to strengthen. Resistance sharpened your attention. Quiet nights deepened your listening. These were not punishments. They were fittings. A key flung by an impatient hand gets dropped. A key held by a trained hand turns calmly even while the room shakes. I have been training your hand. Watch what opens. Keys are not trophies. Keys are agreements. I give them to children who intend to use them. Some keys open doors. Some break chains. Some release what lies behind careful lies. Do not wave them to prove you have them. Use them. Choose the lock that matches this day's obedience. You do not need every door at once. You need the right door at the right hour. Whisper, right door, right hour, false keys glitter. They promise speed and produce spin. True keys feel like responsibility and create rest. Test by weight. If it makes you frantic, put it down. If it steadies you while it stretches you, turn it. The vault recognizes agreement more than demand. Walk with me down this corridor. Here hinges you cannot see. Here assignments waking. I'm not withholding. I am sequencing. I'm not stingy. I'm strategic. I place in your hands what will bless you and through you bless others, not what will swell you and then collapse you. You asked me for speed. I'm giving you soundness that sustains speed. Stay for the order. The order is the acceleration. You wondered why others gathered harvest while your ground offered shoots. You copied their key and scraped your lock. Return what was borrowed. Take what I give. It fits your hand. It honors your story. It will not perform for the crowd, but it will serve your calling perfectly. When you feel comparison rise, answer, I carry my key. Today, open a small door first. The vault responds to motion. Steward a little with integrity and larger hinges loosen. One clean email, one honest call, one overdue truth spoken gently. These are not gestures. These are keys in locks. Hear the click. The mechanism is moving. Old resistance will rattle. It always rattles when ground is lost. Let it rattle. Your authority is not volume. It is alignment. Stand where you belong and turn what is yours. I am with you in the turn. You asked for clarity. I will not bury you in instructions. I will give you one clear step at a time. Identify one place where you have waited for a sign while ignoring a simple obedience. If it is to reconcile, initiate without bargaining. If it is to release, put it down without ceremony. If it is to offer, do it without rehearsing praise. If it is to begin, begin at a size you can finish today. When you complete it, unseen movement begins around you. That movement is not imagination. It is the vault answering your key. If you are still here, say, I will do the next simple thing you have asked me to restore with interest. I honor that where the loss was unjust and the learning was embraced. Where you were stolen from, I will repay in forms that build you instead of bind you. Not only finances, but honor. Not only open doors, but clean motives in those who open them. Not only platforms, but peace to stand on them without shaking. Restoration is not a headline. It is a structure that holds weight. I am forging something in you that can carry what comes. Character is the shelf that holds provision safely. Without it, good gifts slide to the floor and shatter into regret. With it, even small gifts multiply because they are tended. You do not need more spectacle. You need more shelf. I'm building it now. Some prayed against you out of fear. Some spoke carelessly about your name. I hear what is said in rooms you do not enter. I do not have to humiliate them to lift you. I will vindicate by fruition. The best answer to doubt is harvest that cannot be faked. Let me do that in you. Keep your hands clean. Keep your tone kind. Keep your pace steady. This is how you walk past slander without catching it. There is a key I give to those who keep their hearts soft in hard seasons. Quiet authority. It does not glitter, yet rooms recognize it. When you use it, performance shrinks and presence grows. Scrambling ceases and substance speaks. People breathe easier around you. Anxiety loses its leadership. This is not charisma. This is weight. You fear that if you slow to use keys wisely, you will miss your moment. Hear me? You will not miss what is yours while staying with me. Urgency built in fear masquerades as faith. Faith has a different sound. It steps when I step. It pauses when I pause. It moves at the speed of love, often slower than your ego prefers and faster than your fear allows. Let us choose one door together now. The door of craft. You have a skill you call small. Pick it up, practice without audience. 10 honest minutes daily. This is a key. The vault responds to devotion more than volume. You will wake one morning and realize your hands do in minutes what used to take hours. That is interest paid on patience. Another door, reconciliation. You cannot carry multiplied provision with divided hearts. Take the key of humility. Offer your part without bargaining theirs. Set clean boundaries without rage. Leave outcomes to me. Obedience always weighs less than resentment. Another, generosity. Give where your giving cannot control the outcome. The vault hums when you release without leash. It is not loss. It is sowing into soil I chose. Increase follows flow. Pay attention to small receipts of movement. A message that arrives at the perfect moment. A delay that saves you from a costly detour. A quiet idea that will not leave until you respect it. These are signatures of the vault. Whisper thank you out loud. Gratitude turns fingerprints into signposts you can follow on cloudy days. You ask how to carry hope when outcomes stagger. Anchor hope to my character, not your calendar. Calendars change. Character does not. I'm generous and wise. I do not rush you to ruin. I do not starve you to make a point. I align you for good that lasts. Stay. The next section is a door. Now place your hand over your chest again. Say ready. Not anxious, ready. Angels move at agreement. Paths clear when your yes stops negotiating. Watch for the right door by the way peace stands in front of it like a friend who knows your name. Walk with me. The vault is not far. It is within reach of those who trust enough to take the small, faithful step in front of them. Turn the key. The mechanism is already moving. Do not turn away again. Stay. If you step away now, you will miss how I send provision in order, not chaos. You asked for one cart to fix everything. I'm sending a convoy aligned to your purpose. It arrives like a song, light first, then tools, then companions, then opportunities, then replenishment. Out of order, gifts crush. In order, gifts carry. Stay and learn the order. The road ahead was rutted by detours. Arguments carved grooves. Self-doubt pooled like standing water. Accusations hardened like clay. You pushed harder and sank deeper. You blamed your strength. It was never a strength problem. It was a surface problem. I am clearing the road. I'm grading what hardened, draining what pooled, lifting what sunk. Your feet will find traction where there was only slide. If you want that, breathe once and say, clear the road. First comes light. Not blinding, steady. Light reveals what is already true, so you can stop wasting energy fighting shadows. With light, you will see which tasks are yours and which are costumes stitched from other people's expectations. Light reduces noise without violence. Your body will register it as a long exhale. Stay. Tools are coming. Tools arrive next. Familiar but sharpened. The skill you set aside because it seemed too simple returns with new edge. The craft you learned in quiet years suddenly matters in public ones. The habit you called small proves to be the hinge for larger doors. Pick up what fits your hands. Do not borrow what dazzles someone else. Borrowed tools wound. Your tools were measured to your reach. After tools, companions. Not an audience. 2 or 3 steady hearts who do not need you to perform to deserve their presence. You will recognize them by the way the air changes around your honesty. They will not compete with your call. They will cooperate with it. They will tell truth without bruising you and celebrate you without trapping you. Receive them without suspicion. Walk with them without hurry. Say quietly, I welcome true companions. Then opportunity. It will not bang at midnight. It will knock when you are awake to answer. It will not require you to become someone else to qualify. It will confirm who you are when you step through it. Some opportunities will look smaller than your dream and fit you perfectly. Some will look bigger than your name and still be yours. You will know them by the way peace stands in the doorway, inviting you forward. Finally, replenishment. I do not ask you to pour until you are dust. I teach you to live with reservoirs. Replenishment is not laziness. Replenishment is wisdom that protects what I am building. Sleep that restores. Food that strengthens. Quiet that returns you to yourself. Laughter that loosens what worries stiffened. This too is provision. Without it, your convoy becomes an accident. With it, your convoy becomes a movement. You fear that if you breathe, the convoy will pass you by. Hear me, it moves at the speed of your obedience, not the velocity of your anxiety. The more you align with what is true, the more the road straightens. The clearer the road, the cleaner the arrival. If you feel urgency rising without clarity, lay it down. Urgency without light is only noise. There are forces that try to scatter the convoy. Envy throws nails. Fear posts false detours. Shame hangs signs that point you back to deserts you already outgrew. I'm sweeping the nails. I'm pulling the signs. I'm closing the loops that only lead to exhaustion. Expect to hear distant noise. Let it fade behind you. Your attention is a steering wheel. Keep it on the lane I lit today. Clear 1 meter of road. Unsubscribe from a voice that steals your clarity. Remove one object that keeps grief rehearsing in the corner. Return the borrowed weight that never belonged to you. When you do, the convoy moves. You will notice small confirmations. The right call at the right moment, the idea that arrives while you wash a dish, the name that opens a path when you reach out. These are mile markers. Whisper thank you and keep driving. You asked for fast. I'm giving you sound. Speed without soundness collapses at the first curve. Soundness without speed feels like delay. I'm giving both in the order that lasts. Soundness first, then speed that does not shake you loose. You will be surprised by how quickly steady feels like acceleration compared to your old frantic. Stay, we are entering a bend. Some will question your route. They preferred the muddy shortcut. Smile and bless. You are not rude. You are resolved. You owe no one a performance of panic. You serve them better by modeling a peace that steers. Those meant to ride with you will match your pace. Those committed to chaos will exit. Let them. Empty seats are not failure. They are capacity honor, small arrivals. Do not despise a tool that looks plain. A friend who is not loud, an opportunity that begins local. A rest that looks like a walk around the block. Plain things carry glory for long distances. Loud things wear out. Local roots feed global fruit. A walk can save a life. Count these not as fillers, but as fuel. Now look down the road. The clearing is visible. Not dramatic, spacious. There you will build a base, simple, strong. From that base, you will serve, learn, and launch. From that base, you will share your tools, host your companions, evaluate opportunities, and protect replenishment. The base is not a stage. The base is home. Say with me, I choose base over stage. As you enter the clearing, listen for one more instruction. I will assign lanes. Some days you will lead the light. Some days you will sharpen tools. Some days you will host companions. Some days you will vet opportunities. Some days you will rest on purpose. Do not resent lane changes. They are choreography, not chaos. Trust the one conducting. Before we park, set 2 sentences in your mouth to use when confusion tries to climb into the cab. I move by peace, not panic. I adjust by light, not pressure. Speak them when the phone floods. Speak them when comparison whispers. Speak them when the convoy slows. They will keep your hands steady on the wheel. You asked me if you were strong enough for what is coming. You are not alone. With me, with the order I give, with the companions I send, with the replenishment I require, you are more than ready. Strength here looks like steadiness under blessing, not merely survival under burden. You have practiced under burden. Now you will learn steadiness under blessing. We arrive. Breathe. Feel the ground under your feet. It is firm. The air smells clean. This is the clearing I told you about when the road felt endless. Build simple. Love deeply. Work quietly. Rest honestly. Keep your convoy in order, and it will deliver not only to you, but through you. Others will eat from what you transport. Do not turn away again. The next section of the road begins soon. Light waits. Tools wait. Friends wait. Doors wait. Rest waits. And I, always, I wait with you, moving when you move, pausing when you pause, staying when you stay. Stay now. Say yes. Let the convoy roll. Stay with me. If you step away now, you will miss the sound the earth is making beneath your feet. Your ground is talking. It remembers every prayer you planted in the dark, every yes you whispered when no one was watching, every tear that fell without applause. This is not ordinary soil. This is sacred memory waking up. Stay. You named this place barren. I named it waiting. Seeds do not die in faith. They rest until breath touches them again. I've been breathing beneath your story the whole time. If your heart agrees, say softly, I receive rain. You feared the silence between sowing and seeing. You called it absence. I called it protection. Roots cannot form in noise. I quieted the surface so the deep work could happen without theft. What you thought I hid from you, I hid for you. Now I lift the cover. Light meets what has been preparing underground, and the first green breaks through. Look at the ground with me. Cracks from long heat, dust from long wind. And yet, when you press your palm deeper, warmth rises. That warmth is my presence in the unseen, faithful when you could not feel me. Do not let old weather teach you the wrong lesson. Drought does not decide destiny. It only shapes roots that drink deeper when rain returns. You wondered if you planted wrong. Hear me, you planted deep. I do not write shallow stories. Fast growth impresses crowds and collapses in wind. Deep growth looks slow until the day it doesn't, then it looks inevitable. What I place in you will not be seasonal decoration. It will be long harvest. You will sense change as small mercies first. A conversation that stirs courage. A door that opens gently instead of loudly. A night of sleep so clean that you wake without dread. These are not random. They are early leaves. Treat them as signals. Thank them out loud. Gratitude is water. It trains your eyes to keep what they see. Say this with me. Nothing planted in truth is lost. Even what you call failure is seed in my economy when surrendered to me. I reclassify regret as fertilizer when repentance is real. That is why your past will become a field others eat from instead of a fence that cages you. Stay and watch me do this, but understand the order: sprout, stem, leaf, bud, fruit, feed. Many want fruit today and think sprout means small. Sprout means alive. Celebrate sprout. Protect sprout. Refuse the temptation to yank it to speed it up. Growth belongs to me. Tending belongs to you. Tend with patience, and let joy be the energy that keeps you from hurrying. There will be pruning. I will cut branches that cannot carry the next season. Habits that drain. Alliances that blur. Distractions that pose as duty. Do not mourn what I remove. Pruning is not punishment. It is space-making. Everything I cut would have snapped under future fruit. If you agree, breathe and say, make room. You used to measure progress by noise. I'm teaching you to measure by nourishment. Does this decision feed life in you and around you? Does this conversation leave people stronger than it found them? Does this work hold weight when applause stops? These are the scales of a true harvest. Learn them until they are second nature. Your field looks solitary to some, but heaven sees a network of acres connected by your obedience. What rises here will feed people you will never meet. That is why I guarded the seed while you thought nothing was happening. Some fields are too important to expose early. Hidden was not lesser. Hidden was sacred. I will send rain in patterns, bursts of revelation that clear confusion, gentle drizzles of peace that soak in. A long, steadying shower of energy that returns your strength. Do not run from the rain. Lift your face. Let it touch the places you hid. Shame makes umbrellas out of old narratives. Lay them down. Let me wash your labels until only your name remains. Beloved, held, sent. You will feel an ache as growth begins, like a stretch after long stillness. That ache is not injury. It is expansion. It is your inner room enlarging to hold what you asked for. You prayed to carry more. Expansion answers that prayer. Say it plain. I welcome holy stretch. Guard your borders with peace, not walls of suspicion, borders of rhythm. Morning quiet like a fence that keeps out hurry. Evening gratitude like a gate that closes noise. Weekly rest like a hedge that tells predators they cannot feed on your focus. Peace is not passive. Peace is a strong perimeter. I will bring helpers into your field. Some will water, some will weed, some will harvest at your side. You will know them by how they treat the soil, gentle, precise, patient. Let them in. You do not steward this acreage alone. Community is not a crowd of opinions. Community is a few who love your ground like their own. A warning in love. Scavengers appear in harvest seasons. They arrive late, speak loud, and carry bags. They prefer fruit they did not plant. You do not need to scold. You need to steward. Keep distribution in your hands and my hands. Feed widely. Do not surrender ownership of what I asked you to manage. Prepare places of shade for yourself. Harvest without shade burns the worker. Plan pauses. Put chairs under trees. Laugh there. Pray there. Listen there. Let children run there. Shade is not a luxury. Shade is part of a wise farm. You will hear stories from your neighbors about their crops. Celebrate without comparing. Their soil is theirs. Their weather is theirs. If their rain arrives on your dry day, it does not mean I skipped you. If your fruit appears while theirs still waits, it does not mean I prefer you. Timing is tailored. Trust your sky. Now take a handful of earth. Feel its texture. This is the same ground that once felt like burial. It is becoming birthplace. Say it with me. I do not bury promises. I plant them. Let that sentence replace the old one that kept you afraid to try again. In the days ahead, you will notice acceleration. Tasks that used to drag will glide. Clarity will arrive sharper. Conversations will resolve with less drama. Give the credit where it belongs. This is not luck. This is repayment of years you called lost. I restore time by redeeming purpose. You will live more in less because you carry less weight per step. When fruit appears, handle gently. Do not clutch as if it will vanish. Share it. Harvest is best experienced together. Feed your house first. Feed your neighbors next. Feed the stranger because you remember hunger. Keep seed aside for new sowing. A wise field always keeps seed. Your voice will change in harvest. It will sound less defensive, more settled. You will speak with fewer words and more weight. Some will ask, what happened to you? Smile. Answer simply, the season turned and I stayed in the field. That sentence will be a map for someone who thinks quitting is holy. Staying is holy. Quitting the right things is holy too. Learn the difference and teach it with your calm. At dusk, walk your rows with me. We will name what grew. We will bless what is forming. We will mark what needs support. We will gather what is ready. This is intimacy, not audit. I enjoy your field. I enjoy you. I'm not a distant investor demanding numbers. I'm a father walking with a child who learns by doing. We do this together. When storms threaten, do not panic. Cover what you can. Secure what you must. Trust what you cannot control to me. Some wind prunes faster than scissors. Some rain compacts what needed weight. Some thunder scares away pests for a season. I'm not the author of harm. I'm the master of redemption. Watch me turn weather into wisdom. You will notice places where old weeds try to reappear. They thrive on neglect and guilt. Do not negotiate with them. Pull early. Compost what you pull into lessons. Even weeds serve you when turned into instruction. This is how you waste nothing, and when night lays over the field, rest. Do not stand at the window keeping score with anxiety. Sleep is faith with your eyes closed. I keep watch. I send dew. I hum to the roots while you dream. You are allowed to do less because I am not doing less. I'm always working. Morning comes. The scent of rain still hangs in the air. Put your feet on the ground. Say it again so your house hears it. I receive rain. Then go out and do the small, faithful tending in front of you. Fruit will meet you halfway. This is your season. Not frantic, faithful, not performative, productive, not loud, abundant. Do not turn away again. The field is waking. The seed is speaking. The rain is here. Stay with me and watch everything long prepared become suddenly visible. Stay. If you leave now, you will miss the moment the page turns in your favor. There is a ledger in light with your name engraved. Every kindness offered when no one saw. Every night endured without bitterness. Every yes whispered through trembling lips. I recorded them all. The world forgets quickly. Heaven keeps perfect books. Stay. You have stared at imbalance. You gave and were overlooked. You forgave and were misunderstood. You helped and were repaid with silence. You asked, does any of it matter? It matters. The quiet you called injustice was the sound of recalculation. I've been adjusting every line to favor your restoration. If you agree, whisper, balance me, Lord. Hear this clearly. What looked like loss is being reclassified as seed. Delay is being counted as interest. Disappointment is being converted into credit toward renewal. I'm not refunding what was taken. I am transforming what was taken into something unbreakable. You asked for balance. I give overflow. You carry debts others left. Apologies unsaid, promises unkept, peace unpaid. You wore them like a sentence. I am the auditor of eternity. I say, accounts are being settled. Some repayment will arrive in the same currency. Some will arrive in better form. Where money was stolen, I return provision with wisdom, so it stays. Where honor was denied, I return favor with integrity, so it holds. Where time was wasted, I return purpose, so years compress into fruit. Imagine a table of light. Books open, angels move like wind. I touch lines and speak one word over each. Reversed, restored, redeemed. The same moments you thought no one saw become evidence for your promotion. You asked for a small correction. I'm performing a full audit that reaches generations. Patterns that drained your peace end here. Cycles of striving without reward close now. If you receive it, say, it ends with me. Learn a holy principle. Forgiveness is the currency of increase. You cannot collect new blessings with hands gripping old debts. Release those who owe you apologies. Cancel the interest of resentment. Forgiveness does not excuse harm. It releases you from its billing department. When you forgive, space clears on your ledger for miracles to land. Say the sentence now, I release them. Your mouth may shake. Say it anyway. Let the words move from duty to willingness. I will meet your obedience with power. Watch the weight lift from your chest without explanation. That is not denial. That is freedom. Some debts are internal. You owe yourself compassion. You have charged yourself for years. Words spoken in anger, choices you regret, seasons you label wasted. My light touches those pages now. I erase shame and write wisdom. Failure no longer defines you. It trains you. You are not in deficit. You are in development. There will be a moment soon when peace floods you like a new climate. Not the soft kind that comforts for a minute, but the sturdy kind that steadies your step. It will not depend on proof. It will simply be. When it arrives, breathe it in and call it normal. That is your portion. Expect receipts. A message you abandoned hope for will arrive. An opportunity long shut will open quietly. A relationship that frayed will soften. A bill you dreaded will resolve with dignity. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that heaven's accounting is active on your behalf. Whisper thank you and keep moving. Do not wait for everyone to admit wrong before you walk in restoration. Some will apologize, some will not. Receive both with grace. My ledger does not require their words to validate your lift. My verdict stands, forgiven, favored, free. Understand the difference between revenge and order. Revenge comforts pride for a moment and multiplies damage. My justice restores right order so blessing can travel safely. I lift you not to prove them wrong, but to prove love right. Carry that posture into every room and watch how chaos loses interest. You learn to feel guilty for resting. You punished yourself with productivity as penance for being human. Hear me? Rest is righteous when received in trust. In my economy, stillness accrues interest. Hours you spend at peace multiply returns in clarity. Lay down the whip you use on your own back and expect progress without punishment. There will be offers that look like repayment, but carry old chaos under a new label. Before saying yes, bring them into the light and ask one question. Does this add or subtract peace? If it subtracts peace, it is not from me. My blessings never come wrapped in confusion. Write this where you can see it. Peace is the highest profit. Not everyone will stay near when order replaces drama. Some thrive on imbalance. Your stability will feel like starvation to their habits. Bless them as they go. Do not chase. Space they leave is room for alignment. Now place your hand over your heart. Say, my account is clear, my light is on. Agreement authorizes angels to arrange resources and connections accordingly. Walk tomorrow as one restored. You owe no explanation for favor. Humility does not mean downplaying grace. It means stewarding grace without pride. Your home will mirror this new balance. Finances stabilize. Conversations shift from survival to gratitude. The table becomes an altar of peace. Do not apologize for quiet. Quiet is my way of building strength without spectacle. Teach with your life. When people ask, how did it turn so quickly? Tell them gently, I stopped keeping accounts that were not mine. That line will break chains in their minds. They will begin to close ledgers they should never have opened and watch light flood their rooms. Finally, understand prosperity as alignment, not hoarding. Abundance is the right thing in the right order at the right time. When truth orders your inner world, everything outside finds its place. Money serves, not rules. Work builds, not burns. Relationships deepen, not drain. This is what my light does when it governs a life. Stay with me. The page is turning even as you listen. I am not done. I'm thorough. I will touch lines you forgot, pages you hid, columns you never thought to include. Nothing good is lost in my books. Nothing surrendered is wasted. The audit of grace ends in surplus. Do not turn away again. Keep your face in the light. Keep your hands open. Keep your heart soft. This is restoration in motion, and you are walking in it now. Stay. If you leave now, you will miss the first step onto the bridge I built from every act of faith you ever offered. You thought endings were stacking. I was assembling planks. Every still, I believe, laid one. Every I forgive added another. Every I return when I drifted became a beam. The bridge is ready. The dawn is rising. Walk with me. You stand between what has been and what will be. Behind you lie ruins of striving, dust of old expectations, shadows of blame. Ahead lies clarity, rhythm without panic, authority without noise, simplicity without loss. This crossing is not spectacle. It is consecration. If you are willing, say it. I turn toward you, fear crossing too fast. Afraid hope will collapse under its own weight. Hear me, hope built this bridge. It will not break, carrying you. You will feel sway because movement feels strange after long stillness. That sway is not danger. It is life. I hold both ends. Trust the one who anchored it. There will be a middle place where you feel suspended, no longer there, not yet here. Do not rush through it. The in-between is sacred. Identity crystallizes there. Grief releases there. Pride loosens there. Breathe and let the wind pass through you. You are safe on this span. You once feared change more than pain, because pain was familiar and change felt like free fall. Change is not chaos. It is choreography. Every step you take has already been rehearsed in heaven. You are not improvising. You are remembering. Walk like one whose feet know a dance learned long ago. Look down. The water reflects promises fulfilled like ripples of light. Some small, some immense. You are walking above every word I ever spoke over you. None failed. Even those you forgot are circling, waiting for landing. The bridge brings them home. Say quietly, your word walks with me. Old voices will call from the shore. Prove you are free. Argue with your past. Shout your independence. Do not. True freedom does not argue with captivity. True freedom keeps walking. Silence is the loudest answer to chains when they find you gone. Halfway, you will feel tears rise without obvious cause. Let them fall. That ache is release. Your spirit is saying farewell to limits that dressed like friends. You do not need to dramatize the goodbye. Tears are eloquent. Every tear becomes mortar beneath your feet, sealing what carries you. You asked me, what if I fail again? Failure was your old language. It does not translate where you are going. On this bridge, even missteps become music. Grace absorbs stumbles and turns them into rhythm. Walk. If you slip, you will not fall through. You will learn the tempo more deeply. Signs will mark this crossing. A memory returns, but without sting. A fear approaches, but does not enter. A difficult conversation ends in peace you did not manufacture. These are mile markers of maturity. Nod at them and keep moving. Do not stop for monuments. The destination is living, not looking back. As you near the far end, the air warms. The glow ahead is not fantasy. It is the version of you I always saw, waiting while time caught up. Every step now is reunion. Speak this truth until it fits your mouth. I am becoming who I was meant to be. Release names of those who cannot cross. Some were never assigned to this span. Honor their part in your earlier chapters. Bless them and let them remain on their shore. The bridge narrows because destiny concentrates. Carrying everyone is not compassion. It is disobedience. I will shepherd them by paths fitted to their feet. When you arrive, you will understand the precision of detours. The delays you called cruel will show their mercy. The barricades that frustrated you were walls protecting you from shallow ground. I wasted nothing. Not even confusion was useless. It sharpened your discernment to feel truth in your bones. Pause as sunlight touches your path. Listen, morning is singing. Creation celebrates quiet victories loudly. Birds, wind, the heartbeat of earth. Let your chest answer with gratitude. Arrival here is not a finish line. It is the beginning of stewardship. You will manage fulfillment with humility. Gratitude replaces striving. Rest replaces fear. Wisdom replaces rush. Learn these exchanges until they govern you. Light exposes and heals. Do not hide what the night concealed. Let morning touch old wounds until scars become testimonies rather than identities. Sunshine is my gentlest therapy. Stand in it and let it write warmth where cold lived. You will see people differently now. Their pain will awaken compassion, not impatience. You will listen without needing to fix. You will serve without needing to be seen. This is maturity. Light but full, quiet yet powerful. Others will call it glow. I call it reflection. You are mirroring me. Opportunities will appear that match what I healed. Choose by peace, not by adrenaline. If an invitation disturbs your rest, it does not belong in your sunrise. Some blessings will arrive disguised as responsibility. Receive them. They are not burdens. They are bridges for others. I did not bring you across to stand alone in light. I brought you to build crossings. Your story is now a structure for many. Do not shout instructions from the far side. Walk back a few steps when needed. Offer presence more than pressure. Let them see dawn in your eyes. People follow light more easily than lectures. Establish a rule for this new day. Speak from wholeness, not from hunger. Give from overflow, not obligation. Plan with joy, not fear of loss. This is how you live on the other side. You are no longer chasing the promise. You are becoming the proof. Breathe. Feel how still this morning is. That is not emptiness. That is completion. I place peace on your head like a crown, rest on your shoulders like a cloak, purpose in your hands like a torch. You will shift rooms without words. Serenity will unsettle chaos, not because you try, but because you are. This is the light of those who crossed faithfully. Assignments will unfold, creative, spiritual, relational. I will connect your bridge to others, so whole communities cross. But first, rest. Let your soul catch up to your miracle. Rest is not delay when it cements transformation. Soon I will whisper the next word. It will call you higher, but you will not feel rushed. Daylight travels with you now. Shadows follow, but do not overtake. I'm not behind you pushing. I'm beside you guiding. I was the bridge beneath your feet, the dawn before your eyes, the voice within your chest. Everything good ahead is still me unfolding. Step forward, child. The span is solid. The light is sure. The night is over. The new day has begun. Do not turn away again.